Good morning, guys. Welcome back to a brand new episode here on the channel. Today, here from Switzerland. As you can see, Patrick behind me, he is already busy with getting his own bred KARASHIGOI, and we are going to discuss them. Patrick's going to tell everything about the breeding process he did, but also how he selects his KARASHIGOI. So this is my last day in Switzerland. In our previous episode, I will put a link in the description somewhere here. We visited some nice koi ponds here in Switzerland. If you haven't seen it, but today we're gonna do some very nice selection. So it's time to get the KARASHIGOI out. Look at them. And we're gonna do the selection.
Let's see how long it will take to get them out. Selection will be pretty fast, but we will see.
So this is the easiest way to get them out. Just put a big net in there, get your koi sock in there and try to catch as much as possible. How many are there in this pond, you think?
Around 200.
Alright, that's a challenge. We like challenges.
Now we prepared everything for selection. Means the fish are inside here. We prepared 2 other tanks where we separate the fish, inspect the fish, and then we quickly move them to the new ponds inside so that they don't stay too long here. They are now a little bit more than 1 year old, born in May 22, and in size they are really different. We will see how large they are, the longest to the shortest, but I can say I'm really happy about how they are now, and I'm looking forward to grow them to knee size next May. And what we get. This selection, I'm basically looking for the quality that includes the shape of the body. I'm looking at the fins, the mouth, that the whole body is straight, and of course also the size that tells me a larger one will already grow a little more in the future. That's what it's telling us, and the smaller one normally grows a little bit less, so I'm also going for the size. Here, I don't know if you saw it, the head is not straight.
Yeah, I see it.
It's not a big issue, but it's not the best of the best, so it will be standard quality. This one will be upper quality, and we will go to the larger pond.
What is important for you for the selection?
For me it's important that everything goes as fast as possible, and today's weather is also a little bit helpful. It's not too hot, that makes it easier to handle the fish because of the oxygen in the water, but still we don't want to make it too long. When it comes to KARASHIGOI, it's all about the body. It's they should be majestic, have a large body, and if you also can observe the behavior of the fish, it's important that they go to the food as fast as possible. That makes sure that the fish will grow well. It's also a little bit about characteristics.
And it's really good that Patrick is mentioning about the speed that they eat, because, for example, in Japan, breeders sometimes mess up. They make a mistake. It happens. Because it happens sometimes that when they put the koi in the mud pond during the spring, they accidentally put a male in there. Not because they like it, but it happens because sometimes it's very difficult to see if it's a male or a female. with the result that there will be a lot of small koi, baby fry, in those mud ponds, and they grow really fast. They will get these size very quickly. Well, actually a little bit smaller than this, but just to give you an example, what happens in the mud pond, it has big influence on the growth of the koi, because these smaller fish are way faster than the bigger ones. So when they're adding extra koi food, and they do, beside the natural koi food they get in the mud ponds, the smaller fish, they eat all the pellets, all the small pellets, and the bigger ones don't get it. So the fish eventually gets smaller out of the mud pond than the breeder expects. Breeders try to do everything about it, but sometimes it does happen, although they check their mud ponds every single day.
If we look at this bowl, we have quite a few good ones. Also to mention, if you not already saw it, some of them, or the majority of them, have red eyes. It's pretty common with a lot of KARASHIGOI bloodlines. I guess they call it akame in Japan. And let's see.
I really like KARASHIGOI because these fish grow so fast. I think together with Chagoi, these are one of the varieties that grow so fast. And I think we just talked about it at the bigger pond. It's really cool to have a nice balance in your pond. It's not always about money or the variety, or it's about having a certain balance in your pond that you like. And even though sometimes when you only miss one fish, the balance is gone. And this is actually, I think, a lot of hobbyists will experience. And I think Shagoi, KARASHIGOI, Yamabuki, those really beautiful fishes, even though they're one color, they're pretty nice to have in your pond.
Differences in size really easy. We have like the more yellow that tend to be a little bit smaller than the orangey KARASHIGOI. I also assume that they have more genes from the males, as the female is an orangey KARASHIGOI and the female is pretty large for its age. So I'm curious how they continue to grow.
Yeah, so during the selection process in Japan, you have to imagine that breeders, they select thousands and thousands of koi from every single breed. And just like in nature, and I want to make that very clear, just like in nature, it happens that fish end up sometimes with missing an eye, having some problems with the tail, having some problems with the mouth, and of course those fishes don't make the selection process. And it might sound strange or harsh, but this is exactly what happens in nature, because not every single fish that is being born in nature looks that beautiful. And of course that is also one of the reasons why these selection processes are there, to see which koi are healthy. So when it becomes to the skin quality, but also when it becomes to their body shape, their body size, and if everything is working as it should work. I mean, I've seen one time, I've seen a little koi that had no eyes, and to be honest, it's very sad to keep that fish in the selection process. So that's one of the reasons as well why these fish are selected. These are very nice ones, as Patrick already mentioned. The orange ones, they seem to look bigger than the yellow ones, although I think I like them both, but I prefer these orangey KARASHIGOIs. Look how beautiful they are. And they're, I think, to give you a perspective, I think they're like between 20 and 30 cm. So they will of course get much bigger than this within a normal bigger pond. And we have a lot to select, guys. So yeah, let's see if we can find some very nice pearls in here. Talking about gems, it almost looks like the golden corn pattern on the back of these orangey KARASHIGOIs. If you look very closely, you can see those lines on top of it. There are only, how many? 2 or 3 that have this?
Yeah, exactly.
So I really look forward how that will develop in the future, because I don't know, it's fun. I've never seen it like this. I like it. Alright guys, so Patrick and I, we are in a bit of a hurry Well, not actually, but we still need some time to get these fish selected. I'm gonna help him right now. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Patrick, thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah,
Were 2 very nice days and I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And guys, if you want to know more about these Karashikois or about the store of Patrick, and I also hope you liked the previous episode where we visited the koi ponds, go check it out, koikichi.ch, Switzerland. Even though if you live in Germany, Switzerland or France, go check him out. And if you want to have more information about his grow-out project here with his Karashigoi, you will find him. And otherwise, just send a message in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. And Patrick, thank you so much also for supporting me throughout Patreon. He was one of my first patrons. I really appreciate that, guys. All right, see you in the next video.
Bye.